Hello friend, welcome to back my channel. Old Coins History. Today video is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins. Top 1 Sen. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So let's get it started. The 1990 Malaysian 1 Sen coin, though small and modest in value, holds a significant place in the numismatic and historical landscape of Malaysia. As a low-denomination coin, it reflects the broader economic, cultural, and political backdrop of Malaysia in the early 1990s, a time of growth, transformation, and consolidation in the post-independence era. Minted in the year 1990 under the issuing authority of Bank Negara Malaysia, this coin represents the second series of Malaysian Sen coins introduced in the 1970s and continued through the 1980s and 1990s. It remains notable for its unique design, composition, circulation history, and gradual phase-out as inflation rendered the denomination less useful in everyday transactions. From a design perspective, the 1991 Sen coin featured a simple yet culturally significant motif. The obverse, front side, of the coin displays the official emblem of Bank Negara Malaysia, Malaysia's central bank. Above this emblem is the wording Bank Negara Malaysia, curving along the top rim of the coin. Beneath the emblem lies the year of minting, 1990, clearly inscribed, anchoring the coin in its specific historical context. The design is neat, formal, and represents the authority of the issuing institution, Bank Negara Malaysia, which had overseen currency production since Malaysia's independence from British colonial rule. On the reverse side, back, of the coin, the numeral 1 is boldly positioned in the center to denote the denomination in centimeter. Beneath it, the word SEN appears, indicating the unit of currency. Surrounding this central numerical declaration is a stylized image of the bunga raya or hibiscus flower, which is Malaysia's national flower. The inclusion of the bunga raya is more than decorative. It symbolizes unity, strength, and the vibrant cultural heritage of Malaysia. The flower's 5 petals are said to represent the 5 principles of Malaysia's national philosophy, Rukun Negara. This symbolism in such a small coin reflects the government's attempt to instill patriotism and national identity through even the smallest tokens of everyday life. The coin is made from bronze, consisting of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. Its metallic composition gives it a reddish-brown tone when uncirculated, though over time and through extensive handling in circulation, the coin may take on a darker or even greenish patina due to oxidation. The diameter of the 1 Sen coin is 17.78 millimeters, and its weight is approximately 1.94 grams, making it one of the smallest and lightest coins in the Malaysian coinage system of the time. The coin has a plain edge, with no reading or lettering, which is standard for lower denomination coins globally due to cost efficiency and minimal concerns about counterfeiting. In terms of mintage, the 1991 Sen coin was produced in considerable numbers to meet the daily transactional needs of Malaysians. Coins of this denomination were extensively used for small purchases such as candies, bus fares, and other minor items. However, exact mintage figures are not always publicly released in detailed annual reports, and estimates vary based on collector records and mint documentation. Nevertheless, the 1991 Sen coin is not considered rare in circulated condition, although uncirculated examples, especially those in mint state, MS65 and above, are less common and more valuable to collectors. The economic context of Malaysia in 1990 also plays a role in understanding the coin's historical significance. Malaysia was then transitioning from a resource-based economy to a more industrial and export-oriented one. The Vision 2020 development plan was just being proposed by Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, aiming to transform Malaysia into a fully developed nation by the year 2020. As the country embraced rapid industrialization, globalization, and technological growth, the lower denominations of currency like the 1 Sen began to lose purchasing power. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, inflation had made the 1 Sen coin increasingly obsolete, and many businesses had already begun rounding off prices to the nearest 5 or 10 sen. The numismatic value of the 1991 Sen coin depends heavily on its condition and rarity. In circulated condition, it generally holds minimal value, often just a few sen more than face value, but in uncirculated or proof-like condition, it can attract collectors willing to pay a premium. Additionally, certain minting errors, such as mistruck coins, off-center strikes, or doubling, can increase the coin's value significantly, often fetching RM10 to RM100 or more, depending on the uniqueness and demand among collectors. Coin grading agencies like NGC or PCGS can authenticate and grade such coins, enhancing their resale value. From a cultural standpoint, the 1 Sen coin evokes nostalgia among many Malaysians. It recalls a time when even the smallest denomination had purchasing power. Children could buy sweets or pay for small items with just a few senator. Over time, as the 1 sen faded from daily use and eventually ceased to be issued, it became a relic of a bygone era. The 1990 coin lies right at the heart of this transitional period. It is neither among the earliest post-independence issues nor one of the final modern bronze coins before the aluminum-clad series emerged later. The demonetization of the 1 sen coin was not immediate but gradual. In 2007, Malaysia introduced a rounding mechanism, allowing cash transactions to be rounded to the nearest 5 senator. Though the 1 sen remained legal tender, it effectively disappeared from circulation. By 2010, most banks no longer issued 1 sen coins, and businesses stopped accepting them. However, collectors, historians, and numismatists continue to preserve these coins as symbols of the country's economic history and heritage. It is also interesting to note how the coin fits into a wider regional trend. Other countries in Southeast Asia, such as Indonesia, the Philippines, and Singapore, have similarly phased out their smallest denominations due to inflation and modernization of payment systems. As digital payments and card transactions increase, the use of physical coins, especially low-value ones, declines, making coins like the 1990 Malaysian 1 sen historical artifacts in the digital age. In terms of educational value, the 1 sen coin is used in schools, museums, and cultural exhibitions to teach children about currency, budgeting, and national symbols. The coin's depiction of the hibiscus flower and national emblem provides a window into the nation's values, identity, and botanical pride. Additionally, coin collecting clubs in Malaysia often use the 1 sen coin as an entry point for beginners due to its affordability, availability, and strong nostalgic appeal. In summary, the 1990 Malaysian 1 sen coin stands as a small yet telling piece of the country's monetary and cultural heritage. With its bronze composition, traditional design, and wide circulation, it symbolized the everyday economic life of Malaysians during a transformative era. Though its value has diminished in monetary terms, its worth in terms of memory, culture, and education has only grown. For collectors, it offers a glimpse into the coinage evolution of Malaysia, while for everyday Malaysians, it is a humble reminder of the days when 1 sen could still make a difference.